I have not talked to you basically all day. It's like 6 o'clock now. It has been an incredibly long and incredibly stressful day, but we've made it here. We've got the new apartment. So I'm going to take you through and just kind of show you some stuff right now. And then after that, we'll do a little bit of story time about why today was pretty hard. Let's get to the tour because this place is pretty sick and is certainly a positive. So when you enter the apartment, the first thing you come to is you've got our kitchen set up here. So basically everything was furnished, came with electric kettle, toaster, oven, dishwasher, sink, all this cool stuff, fridge. There's laundry stuff in there. As well as storage, we went to Woolworths and got some more food and stuff like that to stock up and put some things in the fridge. And then you come in here to the living room. We've got a TV. And then really, this is where things like start to get pretty cool. Evan and I each have our own separate room and our own separate bathroom. I'm not going to show you his, obviously, just because that's his. So this is my bathroom, shower, everything like that. Cut the lights off, and then here's my room. You can see this is, again, where it starts to get cool. Huge windows, nice big views and stuff like that. Came with a double bed, then closet space and everything. I've got my climbing stuff. I've got my running shoes, climbing stuff all up in the top, and then all my clothes down through here. And then getting up to basically the coolest, best part. We've got an absolutely huge balcony out here with a table and stuff, and then just a nice view of Brisbane. So it is certainly a pretty sick setup. Just it took a lot to get here. So we just finished up going through the apartment, like taking a tour around and all that stuff. It's a really nice place. We're just kind of just outside of Central Business District in Brisbane. It's like the neighborhood's called Fortitude Valley. There's a Woolworths, which is the grocery store, like right across the street, which is super convenient. And we're only about, I guess, like a little over a mile from each of the two campuses that we're studying at. So it's a pretty convenient location. It's a nice place. And it was like relatively affordable. We have to pay for Wi-Fi and get that connected here. And then we also have to pay for our electricity. So that's why it's kind of nice having all the big windows, because like during the day you like won't have to turn any lights on. You can just open them up and like get all the light in and stuff like that. We were supposed to just come over here. We've already signed the lease paperwork. We did that yesterday. We're supposed to just come over here, pay the deposit, and we wanted to do PayPal to do the deposit with the person who we were setting up the lease with, but they didn't have PayPal, so they asked if we could just go and get like a bank check or something, or like do a wire transfer through an Australian bank. So Evan and I walked probably like 3 miles across the city to this banking branch, which we later found out there was like so many and like way closer to us that would have shortened the walk like tremendously. So we started off the day, we hike all the way over there, and then we get there and they tell us that because our student visas are only good for another 5 months, since they are up in July. Like mine finishes July 25th. I think his is around the same time. So because they aren't good for another 6 months, we can't get issued an Australian bank account. Like they won't issue us one. Then we come here, we meet him here, and we're like, okay, we'll just do it through PayPal. But the problem is there's no Wi-Fi connection here. Evan had data set up on his phone. At this point, I had not set up my phone yet. We were just like, okay, we'll just run it through PayPal. Like I had already transferred Evan like the money for the deposit through Venmo and all that stuff. So he had all the money in his account ready to do the like PayPal setup. PayPal requires you to do like a text verification for your account. So because Evan now has an Australian phone number, because he had already switched over his phone, he couldn't get the text messages. And we kept trying to do like password resets, like work around it and all that stuff. Meanwhile, we're paying like for an hour-long internet pass just from like random hotspot Wi-Fi to do this on Evan's computer. And the internet's extremely slow, so everything's taking forever, continually failing. We reset his PayPal password, we do all this stuff, but it keeps like basically for a second it looked like we were gonna make it, and then we get reset right to the like, you need to do the text verification. It's just like, oh my God, like we're just sitting here at this exact table that I'm sitting at now, me, Evan, and Michael, and we're all just kind of like sitting here beating our heads. Luckily, Michael was super patient, which was great, because we had already, first we got here and set up PayPal for him, which like went pretty flawlessly, because he's just setting it up for himself from there, we tried a couple different things, called a ton of different banks, and they were all like, no, we won't open an account for you. Tried figuring out Venmo isn't here in Australia, so we couldn't do that. And then we kind of got the idea. I had used my PayPal to pay for the Cliffhangers Club, which is where I went climbing last night. And so I knew that I could still get the verification text on my phone because I had not set it up with an Australian provider and switched to SIM cards yet. So we decided to try mine. The text comes through, and we ditched the shitty Wi-Fi that we were using, and then Michael let us use his mobile hotspot on his phone, which is way a million times faster. So ridiculous. Evan already has all the money transferred and stuff, so we have to go into PayPal. We try to add his bank account to my PayPal, but it won't link because they're like, it's my name on the PayPal account and his address and stuff, so that's a no-go. So then the only option we had left was we linked my credit card, and then that worked. I was able to receive the text verification, get that set up, and then transfer it all to him over PayPal. But this is like the bond for the apartment plus like the next 2 weeks rent for both of us. It was just like so stressful sitting here feeling like helpless, like we couldn't have any, like there was nothing we could do, like no one was willing to help us and nothing was working. The Wi-Fi wasn't working. But we got it all worked out. So now Evan's transferring the money back to me, and then we'll like get it all figured out in the end. I'm just glad to like have a space, and then hopefully we can get the Wi-Fi set up without it being too expensive. But yeah, that was like just an absolutely shitty way to start the day, and then just kind of like made everything else like tough after that. Just like, I don't know, just kind of put me in a depressive like mood, and I don't know. But after that, we got back to the room. We like walked back to the Airbnb, which was like 1.5 miles. Then we ate lunch, and then, like I said, I was just kind of like down, so I just kind of sat around and did nothing. Maybe watched like a YouTube video or two for a while, and then I was able to set up my phone with the Australian provider, so now I have data and can like use iMessage and message with Olivia and stuff wherever I'm at, and I can message Evan and stuff and don't have to worry about data, or don't have to worry about being on Wi-Fi, which is really convenient and great. And then I went and got my student ID set up with QUT, so now I can use that to set up my transit pass for the city bus stuff. Yeah, so all in all, like not a terrible day, but just like things that shouldn't have taken super long, just like took way longer than they needed to. It's like 6:38 now. There's a climbing gym. What's cool about this location, there's a climbing gym like 3 minutes walk down the way. It's smaller and stuff, but I think I'm gonna go check it out just to give myself like something positive and like fun to do. I don't know if that'll be put in this video or if I'll save it for another one, and then I'll come back tonight, maybe like grind out some editing, but again, we have no Wi-Fi, so I have 2 videos completely edited. The Wi-Fi was too slow at the Airbnb to upload them, so we're gonna have maybe it's perfect, because in the end, even if I make a video every single day, there'll still be that like traveling delay where I'm like doing the flights and like covering over a day in airports and won't be able to do any uploads anyway. So maybe this is just looking on the bright side. Maybe this is just God setting me up to just have uninterrupted uploads all the way through the trip, which I don't know. And it was really tough to like motivate myself to say like I want to even film anything today, just because like I don't know, when I get in that mood of just like feeling down and not wanting to do anything, it's just hard to motivate yourself. But we're here now. I'm excited a little bit. Things are hopefully going to pick up from here. Yeah. Gonna drink that coffee that I made. Hopefully that'll jazz me up, and then do a quick walk over to the climbing gym and check out some boulders. Alright, y'all, we've had a change of plans. Evan just got back. He went to the store. He picked up some towels, blankets, pillows, and stuff, which is super helpful. I really appreciate him doing that. And then, but now that he's back, I wasn't expecting him back so quick. We're going to walk back into Brisbane. Instead of going to the climbing gym, I think we're going to go treat ourselves to, like, eat dinner somewhere. Maybe have, like, a beer or something. then go back to the Airbnb where there's Wi-Fi. As I discussed, we don't have Wi-Fi here, and then do some work there. But it's gonna be a change of plans, and hopefully should be a fun time and a nice way to relax. I've got these wax tip bananas at Woolworths. Apparently they're extra environmentally conscious or something. What's the review on the wax tip banana? He's had like a bunch of these already.
And it's just like a normal banana.
Just a normal banana. The red tip doesn't live up to the hype, but it's okay. Like, now official. We got the nice senior picture, I'm guessing, right there.
Yeah.
Nice senior picture. And then me pissed off taking a passport photo
for the Chinese government.
Chinese government to tell me no.
Classic.
You can't go. Ironically, if you live in Colombia, you know what the hub is. We moved all the way around the world to live at the hub. Yeah. We are making moves.
2 more days, that crane would be in our window.
We are making moves at the right time because the construction here seems to be endless. I'm sure you can't even hear what the fuck I'm saying. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Oh god. Alright, Evan and I have acquired the Target, but now we gotta figure out what we want to eat. I think this is a Korean restaurant. I'm probably gonna go with the spicy chicken bibimbap. Sorry for probably butchering that. Evan's still trying to figure it out. Most importantly though, we think we figured out they do have beer. There's at least some kind of carbonated things. Oh well, there's a keg down there, so it's a good sign. Yeah, well, you could just get chicken tenders. Yeah. We came all the way around the world to get chicken tenders at the Korean restaurant. We looked at another one right next door because we're like in the Korean district, so like every single restaurant here is like Korean barbecue type stuff. So there's lots to choose from, but we're also extremely uneducated. So we have we're going off price and visual stimulation of the menu pictures.
Feeling optimistic.
This is the face of someone thinking really hard. How stoked are you?
Rumbling.
We're gonna redeem your other Korean restaurant experience.
It was miserable.
Oh yeah.
It was absolutely miserable.
So, Evan ordered up. What did you get? Is like teriyaki chicken or something?
It was like a mix and match soup thing. And the menu was all in Korean, and there were different colored plates. And then you mixed it in, but I ended up spending like $60. Like $60. I had no idea.
No, what did you get here? This is good now.
Oh no, okay. That's the context.
Yeah, that's the context of his first show.
I got the sweet and sour chicken and vegetable dumplings and a Korean beer.
Yeah, so he got a cass and I got
a cloud.
A cloud. So we got a little bit of variety, so it should be pretty good. Oh yeah. And this is a cass. So we'll go. I think this one tastes more like a light beer. I think.
Don't you think?
I think this one's lighter. Yeah.
I don't know my beers well enough.
Yeah, I think this one. It's pretty good. It just tastes like it's made with better ingredients than like a Bud Light or something. So, and it came up pretty quick. Yeah, just trying to.
Not a beer snob.
Not a beer
Couldn't
snob?
tell you.
I mean, we're talking about Bud Light here. You're just like, yeah, one step above Busch Light.
I couldn't tell you.
Evan's a Natter Days man.
Who doesn't love some? Yep.
They look pretty good.
Thank you.
Thank you. I don't know what this sauce is, but I saw him pour it in there.
Like a soy sauce, maybe?
Probably. Oh, but they look real good. We gotta roll with the.
Hold on, you can keep going.
I just left it going.
Thank you.
And water, my man.
We won't be needing that.
What is this called? This is called One Bite Reviews.
Alright, we'll just take. You should get a line.
Oh yeah, that's true. Don't take that out of context.
Do take that out of context.
Finds out that's the spiciest sauce known to man. is hot on the inside.
Well, I didn't taste any of that. But I think it'll be good in about 2 minutes.
It's extremely hot.
It's very hot.
Oh yeah. Food came up super quick. We're gonna eat and then finish our beers and maybe go somewhere else to get another drink.
Really good. Sustenance, we needed it. We were discussing it'd be good with some dipping sauces, but that's a little bit too American of us, so.
Yeah. Mine was good too. It's similar to what I got at a restaurant in Colombia with Olivia. We went out on a date. This was a little better. I think they put the spicy sauce in there instead of like on the side, because I guess people are more able to handle it. So it was good though. We got the beers. They were all right. Tastes like standard American beer, I'd say.
Yeah, just beer. Yeah, pretty much.
What's gonna change? But now we're gonna pay up and head out, maybe in search of some more. I think Evan and I are both of the opinion that
It's more interesting beverages, perhaps.
Yeah.
I was gonna say girly, fruity drinks, but
We'll go with interesting.
For those of you that watch New Girl, we have a very Winston approach to alcoholic beverages. Yeah, so we're gonna find something a little bit fruitier.
Oh yeah.
we're just trying to celebrate getting this new apartment locked down and just like make the rest of the day so much better than the beginning.
It's just chip, is it?
Yeah.
Evan and I stopped in a bar called Super Whatnot, got some drinks, real good, but I think we're gonna head back to the Airbnb or just get lost in some of these shops on the way, but we're having a good time nonetheless.